Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we have another unboxing with a few models that I am looking forward to showcasing in my airport updates. But we got multiple boxes, as you can see, because they came separate times. But I'm happy to be unboxing them now, and let's get into the boxes. Now that the boxes are open, let's have a look inside of them. We'll start with the smaller box. We'll put this one to the side. And once we open it, we got more paper. And then the one model that's in this box, we have a Delta Boeing 767, which is pretty cool to have. Now that we have this model to the side, we can look at the other models that we have gotten. These are part of the new release from the last month. These are, as you can probably guess, by the same airline there. We have the Delta Boeing. We have the Delta Embraer 175s, which is pretty sick to have. Got two of these because they finally released, and I'm very excited to have these. Those are the two in those box. And yeah, now let's look at the models closer. Interesting enough, the 767 box is just as large as the 175 box, which is interesting, to say the least. Starting us off with our Delta 767, we will have our first look at the model. And here we have it. It looks pretty nice. As you can tell, there's a side view of it. Here's also all the information from the top. And it looks like it takes up most of the box, which makes sense because it's a wide body, pretty big. And we'll move on to the 175s. Moving over to our 175s, we'll also have our first look. And it looks like a 175, so that's always a good sign. Looking at it, it's pretty small because it is a regional jet, so it's interesting that they're in the same size box, but I don't know why. Anyways, here is the top of the box. If you care to read it, you can pause here. Otherwise, we're going to look here at this one. And then we'll open this one up. Just, look, it's the same exact plane. But that's cool. Now that we've had our first look at the models, we will get them out and then have a closer look at them from there on. Now that we have the models out of their boxes, you can truly see the size difference in these aircraft. As you can see with the 175, there's a very small regional jet. And then over to the 76, we have a large transatlantic airliner. Now, as we put the aircraft nose to nose, you can definitely see there's a very big size difference, as the cockpit windows of the 175 barely reach the nose of the 767. And coming back, you can definitely see there's also a big length difference too, which makes sense. Now, as we look at the Delta 175, we can definitely tell that is a very nice looking model. This model has been anticipated for a while by a lot of collectors because it's a useful aircraft to have in the airports, and it hasn't been released. So this is the first ever release of it, and it's really cool to have it. Starting us off, we got the cockpit windows. Then we're moving back towards the logo. You can see Delta Connection, as it is a regional jet. Moving back, we got all the windows. We got the left wing. The registration at the back, which is November 274 Sierra Yankee, which is a SkyWest plane, I believe. I'd have to double check on that. But then we have also the tail and the horizontal stabilizers. As we move to the back of the aircraft, you can tell it definitely has a nice rear view as well. And even further, we got the other side. Looks like a 175. Engine seems to be a little bit tilted forward, but that's not a biggie. I'm not a perfectionist on the models, as long as they look good enough. And then back to the nose with a pretty good front view. Now moving over to the Delta 767, you may be wondering, why'd you buy a Delta 767? Besides the point of me wanting one, the 767 from Delta occasionally flies into Appleton Airport, bringing NFL charters in. So in the future, we might see a Delta 767 charter at Appleton in one of my videos. But starting off, we have the cockpit windows, SkyTeam logo, moving to the first door. Then we have the Delta logo, all the windows, the left wing, which is quite large, and the registration, which is November 1201 Papa. Then we go to the tail and swing it around. For rear view, you can tell it looks like a 767, which is good. Now bringing her over to the other side, we have the other side of the aircraft, which also looks like a 767. So that's cool. And then we got the front view, which is pretty neat, to be honest. You can definitely see if I bring the 175 over, put it right next to each other. Size difference, especially in those engines, as you can see. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and I look forward to showcasing these models in future videos. Now, I just finished recording the video of the unboxing, and I was just looking at my models closer, and you could definitely tell. Here, let me flip my camera around so it's a lower angle. You can definitely tell the landing gear on this 175 is broken. As you look, it seems to be, let's have a camera view, it seems to be bent backwards compared to the other 175. So it definitely sits much lower on the ground. I'm pretty sure this is the one I showcased on my video, but I'm not too sure what to do about this one, but you can tell that this one's going to be in future videos for sure. But I don't really know what to do about this one. That's kind of unfortunate because it makes the whole profile of the plane a bit lower, and looks like the engine's scraping on the ground compared to over here where it looks more regular. But not exactly too sure what to do about that. But just to say the least, I did notice that this one was a little bit defective afterwards. But yeah, just a little update here. But I've reached out to the seller, and they are doing exchange for this model for the same model back, but not a broken one. So that is great for them. So I buy my models from Diecast Jets on eBay, which is a retailer for Gemini jets. And big ups to them because they're able to send this back and get one that isn't defective, which is great. So there's the update on that.